Alright boys, welcome back to another video. Knicks Daily here. Tonight we're going to be previewing Game 6, which of course is tomorrow at 8 p.m. I'm super anxious about the game. I'm not nervous, don't get me wrong. I think the Knicks are going to win. But this is the biggest game that we have played in my lifetime as a Knicks fan. The last time the Knicks closed out a series at home was in 1999, bro. That is absolutely insane. Like, it's preposterous. The Knicks, they have to go out there and get off to a good start. Last game, of course, which was Game 5, the Knicks actually were tied with the Celtics at halftime. The reason why that's so significant is because it was the first time that, the Knicks actually had a 7-point lead, but that was the first time they had a lead in general in the first half of the series. The Knicks have trailed by 14 or more, and of course, every single game. I mean, you look at Game 3, we were down by over 20. We were down by 25 yesterday, and then Game 4, the Knicks trailed by 14. So literally every single game we've trailed by at least 14. You look at 4 of the 5, we've trailed by 20 or more. So the Knicks have to get off to a stronger start. I wouldn't be mad at all if the Knicks win this game by 5 points, right? I don't think any of you would be mad. But the thing is the Knicks can't keep coming back. They cannot get off to a slow start to where they're giving up open threes. They're playing poor pick-and-roll defense. It's just not going to fly. And I'm looking at Karl-Anthony Towns directly because he has not been at his best. Cat's made, 3 threes this entire series? He hasn't even been making threes in the second half at all. Why would you go out and trade Randall and Devo in a first for Cat if he's not going to shoot the basketball? The whole point of getting him was because he's going to stretch the floor and be able to knock those down. And he's going to be able to step up his game when Brunson's off. And Brunson certainly was off last night. Of course, he was 7 of 17 from the field. He only made 1 3-pointer. He had 22 points. Now, 22 and 6 for most players is great. For Brunson, not so much, especially in the playoffs. So that's when Cat's going to need to step up and say, hey, look, here's 30 and 15. But he only had 19 points and 8 rebounds, and the majority of what Cat did came in garbage time when the game was already over. He started to get aggressive. Cat doesn't necessarily need to shoot the 3-ball, but he needs to go to the basket, and he needs to finish, not just look for free throws. He needs to go and absolutely just dominate in the paint. Cat did take 9 free throws, which I'll give it to him, but he needs to continue to do that. I have no issue if Cat wants to take 20 free throws. That's fine with me. But shooting a 3-ball is going to be something that Cat's going to have to do and just stretch the floor. Josh Hart makes 5 threes. Mitchell Robinson goes 6 of 6 from the free throw line. You can't waste that opportunity, man. Mikal Bridges was 4 of 14. OG Anunoby was 1 of 12. The shot absolutely making was terrible. The shot selection wasn't even the problem. The Knicks took good shots. They just didn't knock them down. And Luke Cornett had 7 blocks. And the reason for that is he's just standing in the paint because he's not guarding Josh Hart. Even though Hart made 5 threes, he's just daring him to shoot. Now, if you guys look closely at the film in Game 4, which I'm sure most of you didn't, which is fine. Film is kind of hard to get. Let me just sip this water quick. I'm sick, guys. But if you look at the film from that game, the Knicks actually opened it up with Hart coming off of screens. He actually was screening, and they were trying to get the corner wide open for Jalen Brunson to work with. The Knicks did a great job of putting Hart in a situation to where he was able to cut to the basket and get passes from Brunson, or they used Hart as sort of a decoy, but they just didn't do that in Game 5. So Tibbs needs to get back to that. It seems like the Knicks, when they're desperate and they need to win a game, they'll do it. But if they're not, they don't do it, right? Game 3, the Knicks were up 2-0, they get blown out. Game 5, the Knicks are up 3-1, they get blown out. But now they realize that, hey, look, if we lose this game and have to go to Boston in a Game 7 where anything's possible, we're in big trouble. So I do think the Knicks win this game. If they don't win this game, I'm going to be absolutely terrified. Now, even if the Knicks don't win this game, I think I'd still pick them in Game 7. I have faith in my team, but it's not going to be by much. It's going to be by the skin of our teeth. So, wow, that would be a disaster to drop back-to-back games without Jason Tatum, the Celtics' best player. But they've got to get it done. In terms of the bench, Precious Achiuwa hasn't even played much this entire series. He logged just 3 minutes. I don't even remember Precious playing, bro. That's pretty crazy. But he's only coming in for about 3 minutes. So, Deuce 29 minutes, Mitch 23 minutes, and then the rest is non-existent. Would like to see a little bit more bodies coming at the Celtics. You look at their bench. They played Sam Hauser 15 minutes, Luke Cornett for 26, Peyton Pritchard for 39. I mean, they only played 3 guys, though. We only played really, 2 guys. So, I mean, I guess it's not much different. But, you got to remember is that Tatum is not playing. So, I mean, they really would be playing, 4 guys off of their bench. Also, Porzingis played in 12 minutes. So, I mean, he gets the start, of course. But then in the second half, Kornet gets the start. So, but yeah, the Celtics are not going to play. I mean, I guess it would be the same because they're not playing Craig or any of these guys. So, both teams are going short on their bench. It's the playoffs, second round, win or go home. Like, you got to get it done. But for the Knicks, I mean, I think that they took out Mitch and Deuce a little bit prematurely. If you look at the start of the second half, the Knicks didn't go to their bench until like 3 minutes remaining. They got down early. They just kept with it. They didn't call a timeout. So Tibbs is going to be important as the coach, but it's also his timeout management. He's got to mix up the lineup. If OG's off, if Mikhail's off, why the hell are they out there? Like, you can take them out and try to get Shaman in there, Precious, and try to find some sort of rhythm. But obviously, if the game is close with 5 minutes left, you're going to your main guys. I mean, that's who's making the money, and that's your best players. But I think Tibbs is going to have to be at his best, and he's going to have to come up with a game plan because Josh Hart is just being left wide open. Karl Anthony Towns isn't being aggressive, and you got to look at Tibbs and say, hey, find a way to figure this out. This game, I mean, it's just going to be absolutely critical because you got to defend home court. The Knicks actually have done terrible at home in the playoffs. Of course, the Pistons beat us twice there, and then the Celtics beat us in Game 3. Game 4 was a huge win for the Knicks. Game 5 we lost, and then here comes Game 6, which of course is going to be at MSG. But the Knicks just have not done well at home recently, like in the Jalen Brunson era. We saw, of course, against the Pacers, the Knicks were not able to get that done, which was Game 7. Now, I don't really blame them for that, but you also got to look at some other series as well, like the past couple of years, is that the Knicks at home, I mean, they dropped a couple of games that they'd like to have, and this is their chance to sort of redeem themselves. But this is a huge opportunity also because the Knicks are healthy. I mean, knock on wood, right? Like, I don't want to jinx them or anything, but this is the healthiest the Knicks have been in the Jalen Brunson era, of course. OG Anunoby was out for the playoffs. Mitch was out. We saw Bogdanovic get injured, and Julius Randle, like, the list just went on and on and on. And so, I mean, you got to get it done. You got to come out with a sense of urgency. And we saw the Pacers in Game 7 last year. They just got off to a scorching hot start. I'd like to see the Knicks do the same. Like, the Knicks should be approaching this like it's a Game 7. Obviously, the Celtics in Game 5 approached it like a Game 7. In Game 3, the Celtics approached it like a Game 7 because no teams come back from 3-0. The Knicks need to do that. They need to be elite defensively. They need to be pestering, and they need to attack the basket and knock down their threes. I mean, this is a legacy game for Cat. It's a legacy game for Jalen Brunson, like Mikal Bridges. Like, if these guys are off and they choke, and this goes to 7 and they lose, I mean, this is going to be the biggest collapse in Knicks franchise history. So it just can't happen. It's inexcusable. Looking at those guys, they better show up tomorrow. But I can't wait, man. Like I said, I'm super anxious. I'm not nervous, like, oh my God. It's more so of like, whew, like, wow, like, this is really happening, man.